Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's edition of the Nosebleed Seats. I'm the man considered the crime fighter. We went around Central Illinois again this week to get some random interviews from many of the new wrestlers that are competing in this area. This week on the program, we've lined up Heather Petera. We also lined up Travis Banks, all the way from New Zealand. But first, we're going to talk to this gentleman out of East Central Illinois. Talking to a wrestler that's familiar to East Central Illinois and parts of Indiana, but not necessarily further west. Talking to Benjamin Konrad. He wrestles for UWC. Where else do you wrestle for?
I wrestle for New Wave Pro down in Terre Haute, Indiana. And also, it is Konrad. Dropped the Benjamin a long time ago.
But that is your name, right?
Technically, yes, but Konrad just sounds cool.
Trying to be the next Goldberg?
No,
okay.
I'm not.
Or Kenta, or any other wrestler.
Well, let me just squash all of those. Am I trying to be the next this or the next that? I'm here to be Konrad and Konrad only. Want to compare me to somebody? That's your stupidity, not mine.
Now, who are your trainers?
Trainers, they're from way back when, some old friends of mine. Let's just move forward, like the past is the past. We're now in the present, 2013.
Well, it's for a helpful little hint to promoters. You were trained by somebody, so...
I was trained by the old Newbury guys.
The old Newbury guys?
Yes.
All right. What made you decide that you wanted to get into professional wrestling?
Well, to be honest, there's just certain things certain people are born to do. And I was born to be a professional wrestler. The moment I saw it on television, you just know, you know?
And say, who has been some of the top opponents you've had so far?
Top opponents, that's awesome. Jason V, he was an opponent. Harker Dirge, he was an opponent. Josh Steele down in New Wave, he was pretty top. Still is, actually. Pretty good guys, all of them. Could give you one hell of a fight. Give you a run for your money. Never really came out on top, but that's okay, though. You don't win them all.
When was your first ever match, and who did you face, and how did you think it went?
First ever match was, I can't really remember the date. It was like...
Month and year, close enough.
Month was December, year 2007, 2008.
Oh, it's been that long.
Yeah, first opponent, Bobby Jones, actually. And it was my very first match, so it didn't really go all that well. You know, I mean, granted, not because of him, but because of me, because I was just thrown in there, so... Yeah.
What championships have you held so far, if any?
I haven't held any championships so far, but I'm looking at the tag titles in UWC.
Who are you going to team with?
A friend of mine, R-Dub, Randy Ray.
One of our NBS trainees.
Say what now?
One of our Nosebleed Seats trainees.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I like him.
Goals for the rest of this year and the first half of the year?
Well,
next year.
Goals for the rest of the year. Basically, trying to keep getting better. Dominate wherever I'm at. Next year, do the exact same thing, but eventually you'll see gold around this waist. I mean, look at this. Like, what? Like, why would you not want gold around this waist? No, I'm not flexing because I don't have to.
Anybody you want to challenge in the future, like sooner rather than later? Or does it matter?
It don't matter. Like, if I feel that you have something that I want or just because I feel like whooping on you a little bit, I'll come for you, because that's what I do.
All right.
I won't just do it out of nowhere. I'll just make the announcement and actually do it, because who's actually going to stop me?
All right, if promoters want to bring in Konrad to their wrestling event, where do they go?
You can hit me up at Konrad11Villain at Facebook.com, and that's basically the only one I got right now, because I'm a very private person. I don't like people knowing my stuff, so any promoter wants to get a hold of me, that's how you do it.
All right, Konrad, thank you for talking to us today.
Yep, no problem. I'm out.
Catch the Nosebleed Seats TV on demand anytime. Just go to stlwc.blip.tv, select your episode, watch and enjoy the show. The NBS TV on stlwc.blip.tv.
Fabulous Jason V, the 2013 fan favorite of the year. While you're hamming it up in front of the camera, you've been having your issues with your former tag team partner, one Cecil Cerveza. Cookies and cream have, I guess, either been consumed or eaten or exploded. I think we'll go with consumed since we're talking about food.
I bet John Stone has said it best. He said that the cookies and cream have dissolved in the milk of life. And actually, as this is being filmed right now, today it is what, the 7th of September now? I don't know my dates. Last night, the 6th of September, we had our match over at United Wrestling Coalition, and I was victorious. But he wasn't pleased about that. We seem to have problems over at Pro Wrestling Glory, or United Wrestling Coalition. We had some minor difficulties over at New Wave Pro, over in Terre Haute. You don't really know.
What's the problem?
I don't know. He doesn't want to communicate. He doesn't talk to me. He doesn't try to express his feelings. I'm not sure. All I want is to be able to be like Cecil. Just talk to me. We'll work it out. If you need to fight, you need a match to prove something, that's fine. We'll go ahead and go out there as we did last night, and last night I was the better man.
Now it seems to be, if I recall correctly, UWC used to be the heavyweight champion over there. Pro Wrestling Glory, he was in the midst of a title match that he cashed his contract in, and for some reason you jumped in the ring during the match.
He was trying to cheat.
Cecil?
Cecil's trying to cheat. He's trying to hit Guy Smith with the championship belt, and I respect the clause of the right to fight championship or right to fight contract. You get a title shot whenever you want, any stipulation, whatever. That's fine. But he was trying to hit Guy Smith with the championship, and Cecil is better than that. He can win on his own volition. He can win with his wrestling ability. He doesn't need to hit him with the championship belt to get it. It would taint the victory. So I stepped in and I said, Cecil, no, you don't need that. And sadly enough, it didn't work out in his favor afterwards because Smith was able to get the Duke on him.
Well, he did win by disqualification, meaning that he's still going to be in the title picture, I assume.
To each his own. I think he deserves it, personally. I think he deserves it, but he's got a lot of anger that he just hasn't. I don't think he's got it directed in the right spot.
Now, you've been putting in the miles lately. You've been traveling to different states,
yes,
competing all over the Midwest and the Upper Midwest. Tell us some about those exploits.
Recently, about a month ago or so, we started wrestling for a company called Minnesota Extreme Wrestling, which runs in Wisconsin. Still not really sure about all that. That's right.
Minnesota promotion running in Wisconsin.
Minnesota Extreme Wrestling, yes. Family-friendly extreme wrestling from Minnesota in Wisconsin. I don't understand. I don't get it. But you know what? I was on their show. The guy took care of me. Had some good competition. So to each their own. You want to call I don't care what you want to call yourself. If you put on quality wrestling, I'll be there.
Who was your opponents?
Actually, that day was the very first time in, I don't know, a long time. That myself and Jimmy Carrot have teamed up. We were the Eskimo Brothers, for reasons undisclosed. And we took on the team of the Wabash Town Agency, Cecil Cerveza and Benjamin Konrad. And that night, we were also the better men.
Any other out-of-state matches you had recently?
Not so much lately. But we were doing some stuff with Elite Pro Wrestling actually out of Minnesota in Toma. Minnesota. Actually, I don't remember what city it was. But yeah, there was some stuff up that way. Wrestled on the card with Demolition Smash, Barry Darso, and a few other guys. It was decent fun. Harry Saturn's been up that way, as well as a few other guys.
Now 0-1.
0-1.
You were jumped. You were jumped at the very last event.
Yeah.
I believe by one Shank Barzini?
No, I stay far from Shank. I've had been at odds with Shank in the past. I stayed away from the 0-1. In 0-1 lately, I've had a deal with Hassan Hadid. Like he's got the better of me twice in a row. So if I've been talking to management, I think I got one more shot in me. I've signed the paperwork, and I'm just waiting for Hadid to answer the challenge. I believe, if everything holds true, it's going to happen here very soon, possibly October. We'll see what's going on. So I know I can do it. I know I can beat him if the time's right.
Lastly, I got to bring this gentleman up. The 2013 Diamond in the Rough Doomsday, now holding your UWC heavyweight title.
I held the championship for months, and there was Cecil involved, there was a chair shot, there was a lot of shenanigans involved, but Doomsday's the man. I do not feel any less of a man for having to admit that he defeated me. He defeated me with his double choke bomb, and he is a serious competitor. Everybody at UWC, as well as anywhere around the Midwest, 0-1, IWA Unlimited, anywhere, be on notice, because Doomsday's the real deal.
So you're gonna go and get the belt back?
It's an eventuality.
Eventuality?
As of right now, I got to work some things out with Cecil, and Doomsday's got to deal with Harker Dirge, which is a tall task in and of itself. So, down the road, I'm sure myself and Doomsday will be back in the ring together.
All right, anything else you want to plug?
Oh, Twitter, Facebook. Is that what you do on these things?
Oh, yeah. Snap your fingers like Matt Cage does, and they all appear on the screen.
Snap your fingers, snap your neck. That was a prom song. Just Incredible came out to that.
Just crazy.
I don't know. Fabulous Jason V. You can Twitter.com, Fabulous Jason V, Facebook.com, Fabulous Jason V. I am available at fabulousjasonv@gmail.com for booking information. I do bachelor parties, bar mitzvahs, wrestling events, carnivals, balloon animals. I'm pretty good at balloon animals. I can make snakes. I can make worms.
You can imitate Mike Tyson.
I can make legless dogs, which it's an unfortunate thing, but I can make those. So, if you got any of that on your show, you want to go ahead and put something like this on there? I got Fraggle Rock on my tights. You go ahead and do some business.
You do flying abdominal stretches.
I'm still waiting to hear Spencer Powers on that.
Spencer Powers?
Spencer Powers, mastered the abdominal stretch, never mastered the springboard abdominal stretch. One day, Spencer.
Oh, you issuing a challenge to him right now?
I've heard there's been talk on these little podcasts and interviews and everything. Spencer Powers, there's one day we're going to meet up. A lot to do on the to-do list, 2014 and beyond.
All right, Jason V, thank you for talking with us here on the Nosebleed Seats.
Thank you. How'd you even get that picture?
Next up on the program, we have a wrestler that has flown all the way across the Pacific Ocean to wrestle in Rantoul, Illinois. Talk to this gentleman all the way from New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from New Zealand, you flew out here. Travis Banks, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, not too bad. Had a bit of a good match with Oliver Kane. He's a tough opponent, so I'm feeling a little bit worse for wear, but that's the way it goes.
Is this your first match in the States, or have you been here a while?
No, I've been here for about 2 months now. I've had about 7 matches, yeah. So I've got another month to go.
Now, you're from New Zealand, and if anybody asked someone off the street who's a famous New Zealand wrestler. They're gonna say Luke and Butch, the Bushwhackers. Tell us what you thought about him.
I've actually been fortunate enough to train with Bushwhacker Luke. He came out for a week, we did a seminar with him. I got to go around and do a lot of publicity with him. So just to be under his learning tree, so to speak, was an amazing experience. And he's given me his blessing to go on and do better things. So I've got to do him proud, and for New Zealand as well.
You've said you had 7 matches in the States. Who were your other opponents?
Friday night at D1W, I had Aaron Williams. I was fortunate enough to face Christian Rose in AEW, and yeah, just a bunch of other matches here and there, but those are probably my most notable ones. So, yeah.
Christian Rose, Central Illinois Wrestler of the Year, so he's a top guy in this parts.
There you go.
What made you, who trained you to be a professional? Well, you already answered that one. Before then, who else trained you to be a wrestler?
Just a local guy out of New Zealand. He's got about 11 years in the business, and he's been doing tours in the States. His name's Keen. Really good wrestler. I rate him quite highly. And then I went on to Zero in Japan, where I was trained by Masato Tanaka, so that was a good experience too. So.
Did you wrestle a lot of matches in New Zealand?
Yeah, I've been wrestling for about 4.5 years, so I don't know, I've had most of my career there, so there you go.
Describe what the wrestling scene is like in New Zealand compared to America.
You know, like, it's very small. There's only like 2 major companies. I've wrestled for both of them. I was fortunate enough to be the New Zealand heavyweight champion. So for me personally, I pretty much done all I could do in New Zealand, and I didn't want to stagnate myself. So I went to Japan, and now I'm here in America to broaden my career. So.
And across the little bit of a strait, there's Australia.
I've been there as well, so yeah, I wrestled there once for PWA. So, yeah.
What is your future appearances?
I think another one for 01 USA in September, and that's all I know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I'll pick up a few shows here and there.
Now you're looking to challenge one Aaron Solo, who just walked by a second ago, waving his finger behind your head. And
is that what he did?
Yep.
Yeah, Aaron Solo, yeah, he's a bit of a punk. He's not really that good, pretty crap really, Aaron Solo, so yeah.
What are your future goals? Are looking for...
I think it's like any wrestler, get to the WWE, get to Ring of Honor, something like that. But I really love to go back to Japan and work for 01 again. I just want to go on a bigger stage, in front of more people, get more eyes on me, and yeah.
All right, where can promoters go if they want to bring in Travis Banks, and they're going to have to shell out a lot of money to pay your plane ticket?
Yeah, just on my Facebook, Travis Banks. I've got a Twitter, Travis_Banks PW. Or you can look at my YouTube channel, Phenom Inc. PHENOMINC. So yeah, either one of those, and that's where you can find me.
Now, how long are you going to be in the States?
I'm here for another month.
You're here for another month, then going home.
Yeah.
All right, Travis.
Hopefully I'll come back, so I wanna move out here. So.
All right, Travis. Thank you for coming in today.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. have on the program a lady wrestler from the state of Missouri, the daughter of a legendary WWE superstar. I'm sure you'll enjoy this particular interview with this lovely lady. We're here at PWE in Lincoln at the Lincoln Balloon Festival, and here in front of us is the daughter of legendary Olympian weightlifter and professional wrestler Kim Petera. This is Heather Petera, aka Miss Natural. This is your first voyage into Central Illinois that I know of. What brings you out here today?
Actually, I'm out here to wrestle one of the new up-and-coming wrestlers, Devin Nicole. I was up at AAW in Chicago, Berwyn, last night, and on my way home, well, it's one of those things, like, I saw that they were having a show up here, and I saw that she was on it. I knew she was going to be a newer person, you know, coming up on the indies, so I was like, you know what, I would love to get in the ring with her.
Now, what was it like growing up as the daughter of a famous WWE wrestler?
Actually, he's actually my adopted dad. I've known him all my life and everything, and in fact, I love him to death. And he is one of the father figures in my life. You know, I mean, I love him. You know, it's great. I've known him all my life, and I grew up with him, basically. You know, so it's actually awesome. You know, like knowing somebody like that. What I like about him most is he's such a straight shooter with everything. He's not gonna. You know, if he doesn't like something, he'll tell you. It doesn't matter who you are.
Now you also had a voyage into the Gathering of the Juggalos recently.
Yes!
Tell us about that experience.
I freaking loved it. Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, it's like you hear all those horror stories and this and that. I went in there and it was amazing. Like, actually, Mischief and I went there, when was that, August 9th?
9, 10, 11th, that was when it ran.
I think it was the 9th because 10th was Metro Pro in Kansas City. Yeah, so we went there and it was great. No, I loved it. We went there, you know, drove in. People were kind of crazy, but that's what they expected. You know, it's kind of like a float trip or freaking Mardi Gras, you know, whatever. But yeah, it was awesome. Like, we got to see Vanilla Ice on stage. Loved it. Like, and we caught like the last half of Ice Ice Baby. How cool is that? Awesome.
Who did you wrestle?
I ended up wrestling Shelly Martinez. Turns out, I laughed because we ended up being the main event. I laughed. I said I haven't been a main eventer since like 9 years. and then I found out it was a bra and panties match. And then I told her, I said, well, crap. I'm going to tell you, I said, I've been wrestling 13 years. I've never done one of those. I said, well, I'm glad you're the one who's popping my cherry on that one. So, yeah, it was great. I mean, it was a hard-hitting. We went outside the ring, chopped the crap out of each other. Freaking, I put a trash can over her back, dumped the trash on her, which was really gross because there was like red syrupy crap in there that went all over.
It wasn't
Fago. It's probably Fago because they always talk about Fago. And I guess it's in Detroit. I just found out it's a Detroit thing, and the ICB's from Detroit. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty damn cool, right? Yeah, they gave her a suplex on the ramp, and then I ended up going for a chair. She gutted me, took the chair, hit me over the back with it and everything, and yeah, no, it was
So this was
as painful as it was, it was an awesome match. Yeah, no,
You'll never see that in WWE.
Exactly. No, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I gotta say that. And stuff.
You also are a by your day job is as a chiropractor.
No, I'm a licensed massage therapist, and I'm also a licensed practical nurse.
And what advice do you have on people who I guess have their bodies all out of joint and
Get a freaking massage. Go to the chiropractor. If you're in this business and you're getting slammed around there every single weekend, get in there. That's the only way to help your body other than getting in the gym. So.
And certainly there's side effects to using medications.
Medications.
Prescribed or not.
Oh, those kind. I've never used those kind, so.
People take pain pills, but really they can cause side effects, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the
massage
is actually, it's really a great thing because it releases a lot of natural painkillers in the body. You know, it's like a lot of chemicals in your body, you know, that those painkillers give you. That's why I like massage, you know, it's like it's so homeopathic with it and everything. You don't need that extra, you know, the painkillers or anything like that. It's just just releases a lot of endorphins, the feel-good drugs in your body and everything. That's what I like about it. So you don't need those prescribed or whatever or not, like you said.
Tell me, who are some of your recent opponents in the Midwest recently?
Well, tonight I'm taking on Devin Nicole. Like I said, she's a new up-and-coming indie star and everything, so I'm excited tonight about that. Heidi Lovelace, she's out of OVW. Her and I have been feuding in an AAW in Berwyn in Melrose Park area. Mischief has been a long time rival for the last 5.5 years. Her and I have been kind of going at it. There's Stacey O'Brien. That's another feud that's been going on off and on, for the last 5+ years. I think Angela Slane, Leva Bates, Santana Garrett, you can name it. Cheerleader Melissa, her and I have had a history going back to 2003, 2004, and we just, it was like last year we had a rematch and everything, so, I mean, you get a lot of fun, got a lot of opponents with a lot of, different attributes to them, which challenge your abilities, which is great, which I love, so.
In your feud with, or your matches with Mischief, I saw a recent picture. She was screaming in your face, and it looked like you were laughing at her.
Well, you know what? After a while, yeah, it hurts your ears, but it's like, what? I've already been there. Just kidding, I love you.
What are your future plans? Upcoming appearances or whatnot?
As of right now, Shimmer and Shine are obviously one of the things that I want in my future. I want to keep in my future and everything. AEW, I love it. I love going there, the energy of the crowd. It's great. Anything that's positive towards my career, it's coming to an end. So, it's one of those things like, things are slowing down, and that's, by my choice, so, got a couple more years in this old goat.
So you're ready to wrap up your wrestling career?
I call this my home stretch. The last 2 years I've been calling it my home stretch. I had 13 years now, over 13
You've been at it for 13 years.
Yeah, so it's I keep on calling this my home stretch. I told Chip, I said I'm probably going to wrap it up in 2 more years, and she said, what? I said, okay, maybe not 2 more years. I'll keep around for you.
Now what? Let's say WWE or TNA comes calling.
That's a long shot.
Would you go sign a contract and keep going, or?
For the money, yeah. I do it for the money, but I'm not WWE material, so.
WWE seems to have, I don't know, they keep pulling models out of modeling agencies and training them to wrestle.
That's what I'm saying, I'm not their material.
Yeah, where can promoters go if they want to bring in Miss Natural Heather Petera?
Well, I have my Facebook. It's actually under my married name. Former married. I'm divorced. Don't worry. Heather McQuinn. You like that one? Heather McQuinn. Or else under at Twitter at Miss Natural 2000. And well, they can always email me at miss_natural2000@yahoo.com.
All right. Heather Petera, Miss Natural, thank you for talking to us today.
Yeah.
Kick some butt.
Always, right?
And don't get out of joint.
I know. Not this ring. Nice.